Hello and happy Wednesday. It's April 7th, so it's Wednesday of Easter week. I hope you are all doing well, and I hope you all had a wonderful Easter. Um, we are going to be behind the chair today for some nice stretches and a little bit of balance. So I hope you'll join me. So standing behind the chair, let's come into mountain pose. So our feet are about hip width apart. Try to open your toes, spread your toes wide. Okay, your knees are soft, your back is relaxed. As you slightly bend your knees, you might feel your lower back release just a little bit. Relax your shoulders, standing in mountain. Let's take a few moments to connect breath and body, looking gently forward onto the floor, especially if you're not feeling comfortable enough to close your eyes in standing. All right, so let's begin bringing the breath in nice and slow and deep through the nose. Noticing how the belly rises on the inhale and softens and relaxes on the exhale. Gently bring yourself back to your room, opening your eyes if you had them slightly closed or closed all the way. Let's begin with a nice greeting for the day. Let's inhale up and exhale down. And let's inhale up the front. Give yourself a nice full body stretch here. Really stretch your fingertips up to the ceiling. Notice where you feel this big long stretch in your body. Maybe you feel your ribs coming up out of the waist. Maybe you feel your core engage as you stretch, stretch, stretch. Keep breathing. Now let's gently turn to the right and open our arms to this Wednesday. And then breathing your arms up and back into center. Stretch nice and tall. Arch your back. Open your heart center. And embrace this day. And then once again, breathing yourself all the way up, stretching nice and tall. And then let's twist to the left one more time. opening ourselves up to everything this day has to offer. And then breathing yourself back up through center. One more nice long full body stretch here. And then relax your arms down, placing your hands on the back of your chair. Now let's come up on our toes, nice and tall. And then slowly come down and bring your toes up, trying to stay in that nice tall posture. Try not to kick your butt out. Little stretch for your calf muscles right here. And then feet flat on the floor. Once again, come up on your toes. Slowly come down, bringing your toes up. As you do so, you might feel the muscles around your knees tightening just a little bit. You might even feel the quad muscles in your thighs doing the same. Flat feet, up on your toes, keeping your breathing nice and deep. And slowly come down and bringing your toes up. This is a nice little way to get a massage for the bottom of your feet. Little foot reflexology. Back to flat feet, 2 more like this. So up on your toes, nice and tall. And then slowly come down and bring your toes up. And back to flat feet. Last one like this, up on your toes, nice and tall. Do you feel your calf muscles engaged? Do you feel the muscles in the front of your shins working just a little bit? And then slowly come down. And bring your toes up. And again, where do you feel this? You might feel the muscles in the front of your shins tightening up a little bit as you get a stretch in your calves. And then back to flat feet. Now let's step out a little bit wide, a little bit wider than the legs of your chair. And put your toes out to the side just a little bit. And again, keeping your hands on the back of the chair. You can also do these 2 moves or these 2 postures at your kitchen counter, your kitchen table. So come up on your toes, nice and tall. This also gives a chance for you to spread your toes wide and work the muscles in your toes and your feet. Now stay up on your toes and bend your knees, trying to keep a nice flat back. If you can, all right? Everybody's body works differently, but we're plieing down. So notice where you feel this plie. And then push all the way up and back to flat feet. And again, up on your toes, nice and tall. Stay up on your toes and bend your knees. Plie down. And then come all the way up and back to flat feet. And again, up on your toes, nice and tall. Plie down, stay up on your toes. Don't hold your breath. And then come all the way up and back to flat feet. 2 more like this. if you can. If you can't, just breathe and see yourself do it. Close your eyes and see yourself do it. Up on your toes, nice and tall. Stay up on your toes and plie down. And then come all the way up and back to flat feet. Last one, I promise. Up on your toes. Let's stay all the way up there. Let's plie down. And breathe. Don't forget to breathe. And then come all the way up and back to flat feet. That was perfect. So let's bring our left foot to the middle of the back of the chair. And what we're going to do is we're just going to kick the right leg out. It doesn't have to be far, but we're going to kick it out and hold it here and breathe for 3 nice deep breaths. Again, you can do this in your kitchen as well. And then relax your right leg down. A little bit of an isometric for the muscles on the outside of your leg. So we're going to do the same thing with the left leg. So your right foot is at the middle of the back of your chair, and we're just going to extend that left leg out. And again, 3 nice deep breaths. And then relax that left foot down. And let's step back a little bit from our chair, from the back of our chair. Now we're going to step forward with the right foot, placing it in the middle of the back of the chair. And we're going to step back with the left foot. We're going to bend the right knee. Left heel is on the floor. And you can walk that right foot forward if you need to. Bending the knee, getting a nice stretch. This is a lunge position. Just kind of hang out here and breathe into where you feel the stretch in your body. And then holding onto the back of the chair, we're going to bring the left leg out to the side. So it's going to come all the way out here. And once again, we're going to bend that right knee and get a nice stretch in the inner thigh. And then we're going to come back up to standing. We're going to take this left leg to the front. We're going to flex the foot up. It doesn't have to come out too far to the front. Flex your foot up, place your left palm at the top of your thigh and let it slide all the way down. You can bend your right knee. This is that modified hold the big toe pose in standing. And breathe here. And then let your hands slide all the way up. Now coming back to the back of the chair, our left foot is in the middle of the back of the chair, and we're going to send our right leg all the way back, bending the left knee, keeping the right heel on the floor. You can lunge into that so you get a nice stretch. You're getting a good stretch in your quad muscle. You may feel it come up in front of the hip bone. It's just a really, really nice stretch. Let's breathe here. Now we're going to take that right leg and bring it back to center and out to the side. Bending the left knee, we're going to get a nice inner thigh stretch on the right side. And we're holding these stretches about 20 seconds. And again, you can do this in your kitchen as well. And then we're going to come up, back into center, and we're going to take that right leg to the front. And again, flex your foot up, place your right hand at the top of the thigh, and let it slide all the way down. Once again, modified hold the big toe pose and standing behind the chair. And then let your hands slide all the way up. Great. So coming to the back of the chair, we're going to do some standing pelvic tilts. So I'm going to stand a little bit away from the back of my chair so that I have room to just lean on the chair just a little bit, bend my knees softly. We're going to scoop our pelvis under, get a little stretch for the lower back, and then kick our bottom out. Get a little stretch for the lower abs. So it looks, well, can't even see it with my shirt, but okay, so standing here, you're going to bend your knees and you're going to kick your butt out. Little stretch here and scoop your pelvis under. A little stretch there. Okay? So that's what we're going to do. Standing modified pelvic tilt. So scoop and stretch. Kick the butt out. And scoop and stretch it back. Might even feel it in your ribs. And scoop. You're tightening your butt as you're doing this, right? And stretch it out. And scoop. And stretch it out. 2 more like that. Scoop. And stretch it out. And scoop. And stretch it out. And then let's come to standing right behind the chair. Let's take a nice transition breath while we're here. And let's relax the right arm down. All right, we're going to continue to hold on to the back of the chair. Knees soft, back relaxed, shoulders relaxed. Let's bring the right arm up and over into half crescent moon. So while we're here, we're holding on to the chair. See if you could really get a nice stretch into half crescent moon. You might feel your right hip like inching outward. Nice stretch here. Let's breathe. And then let your fingertips bring you up. And relax your right arm down. Place it back on your chair. Relax your left arm down. I hope that side stretch felt good to you. We're going to do that on the left side. So bring your left arm up and over, half crescent moon. And again, because you're holding on to the chair, if you feel safe, really try to extend that stretch. You might feel your left hip inching toward the left a little bit. And then let your fingertips bring you all the way up. Now, standing behind the chair is always there if you need it to help you with balance. I'm going to use both of my hands for full crescent moon, and I invite you to try it with me. So, just make sure that your feet are about chair width, hip width apart. Your knees are soft, your back is relaxed. Let's inhale up and interlace our fingers. And let's lean to the right, full crescent moon. And inhale yourself up through center. Stretch to the ceiling, stretch, stretch. And then let's lean to the left, full crescent moon. And then coming up through center, stretch nice and tall. Release your fingers and relax your arms down so that they are in front of your thighs. Now I promised you a little balance today. So we're going to start out with balancing on 2 feet. All right, and then we'll move into a posture that takes us to 1 foot. So standing on both of your feet, nice and flat, kind of rock back and forth, feel your connection to the floor, to the earth. Your hands are on your thighs. This is 3-pointed star. Remember to keep your knees soft, your back relaxed, and let's inhale, arms up. Stretch your fingers. This is 5-pointed star. Now we're going to come into full shining star. And that means we're coming up on our toes and wiggling our fingers. So when you are ready, and remember the chair is always there if you want to put your hand down, keep yourself safe, enjoy full shining star. Coming up on your toes, wiggle your fingers, full shining star. And then come back down to flat feet and 5-pointed star. Stretch your fingers and then relax into 3-pointed star. And let's just step from side to side and a little bit wider side to side, kind of giving our legs a break. And then step ourselves back to hip width or chair leg width apart. Hands in front of your thighs. We're going to do full shining star again. So here we are in 3-pointed star. Just check your posture. Make sure your knees are soft. We don't want to lock our knees. Actually, take a moment. Lock your knees. See what it does to the rest of your body. It makes you lean forward. That keeps you off balance. Soft knees, you're taller and a little bit better balanced. Now the chair is always there if you need it. Hands in front of your thighs, 3-pointed star. Let's bring our arms up. Stretch our fingers as wide as you can. Stretch. You know, we have muscles and tendons and tissue in our fingers that need attention, right? Stretch, stretch, stretch. And as you are ready, coming into full shining star, come up on your toes, nice and tall. Wiggle your fingers, full shining star. And then come down to flat feet, keeping your arms up into 5-pointed star. Stretch, stretch your fingers. And then relax your arms down, hands in front of your thighs, 3-pointed star. And let's take a nice transition breath here. And now we're going to go to balancing on one leg. So always start on your stronger side. So my stronger side is my left side. Whatever your stronger side is, that's your foundation leg as we begin. So standing on your foundation leg, bend your other knee. Okay, just get a little feel for that foundation leg holding your weight. Now, remember, don't lock your knee. Keep your knee soft, even though we're balancing here. So we're going to take the other foot and we're either going to put it across, our across the top of the other foot. Boy, where are my words today? Across the top, your arch over the top of your other foot, or you can bring your foot so that your toes rest on the floor, but your foot comes up your lower leg, or you can bring your foot to rest at your ankle. You don't have to bring your foot up any higher than it is safe for you to do so. Again, we're behind the chair. So place your empty leg, your empty foot, wherever you feel is safe for you. Let's test our balance. Take one hand off the chair. Don't hold your breath. Keep breathing. Take the other hand off the chair. Do you feel your balance? You might be a little wiggly. Again, the chair is always there. And then let's put our hands back on the chair. So coming into tree pose. We're going to start by bringing our hands together in prayer pose and let our tree blossom. And then hands back together in prayer pose. Take a breath. Hands on your chair and both feet flat on the floor. Now, while we're here, just alternate bending your knees and trying to stay still so that your hips kind of go up and down from side to side. Just relaxing your legs, relaxing your lower back, taking a break before we go to the other side for tree pose. And then let's come to stillness and let's establish our foundation leg on the other side. All right, remember, keep your knees soft. All right, knees soft. Put your empty leg or your empty foot wherever you need to put it to keep you safe. Oops. Remember, the chair is right there. Let's test our balance. Take one hand off. Take the other hand off. Breathe here. Notice what your balance feels like. And then hands back on the chair. And let's get ready for tree pose. Okay? Coming into prayer pose here. Make sure you have your balance established. And then let your tree bloom. It's spring, so we're going to see all of those nice blooms. And let's breathe here. And then hands back to prayer at your heart center. And then back to the chair. And let's stand on solid ground with both feet. And once again, let's put our hands on our hips and just alternate bending the knees. Kind of relaxing any tightness or tension, that the concentration of those balance poses kind of require of us. And let's come to stillness and let's do some nice hip circles. Oh, we haven't done these for a while. Let's go the other direction. And let's come to stillness. Now I'm going to move my chair. Oh no, I guess I left myself enough room. So what we're going to do now is a modified downward dog from the back of the chair. So I'm going to step away from my chair, and I'm also going to knock my balance board over. Step wide here, as wide as you're comfortable with. All right, so I'm going to push my hips toward the wall behind me, and I'm going to hold on to my chair and just come down into a nice flat back. This is the first position, okay? Notice where you feel a stretch here in this modified downward dog from the back of the chair. So nice flat back, stretch your hips toward whatever's behind you, and just breathe here. Now, if you want to find a way to get a little bit deeper into your downward dog pose, you can put your hands on the seat of the chair, bend your elbows, and come down a little bit deeper. Don't forget to breathe. And if you've come down to the seat of your chair, let's come back to the back of your chair and come all the way up, walking ourselves back behind the chair in mountain pose. Let's roll our shoulders up to our ears and squeeze our shoulders up there. Squeeze, squeeze. Bringing our shoulders and our shoulder blades together in the back. Relax your shoulders down the back body. And bringing your shoulder blades together in the back at the bottom of the circle. Bring your shoulders all the way up. All the way up to your ears. Squeeze, squeeze. And round your shoulders forward. Relax them down the front body. And just noticing how you're standing in mountain pose. Your feet are about hip width apart. Your knees are soft. Your back is relaxed. Your shoulders are relaxed. And hanging out gently under your ears. Look softly on the floor ahead of you. Close your eyes if you feel comfortable. Let's bring our awareness, our focus inward, following the breath through the body, noticing how we feel after our behind the chair practice today. And gently bring your awareness back to your room. And let's inhale up. And exhale down. And let's inhale up the front. Bringing our hands together in prayer pose and letting them slowly make their way to our heart center. One more nice deep breath here. And I hope you have a wonderful day. And I hope you enjoyed this practice behind the chair. We haven't been behind the chair quite so much in a while, so it was kind of fun. I will see you again maybe Friday or Saturday. I haven't quite figured out my schedule yet, but I hope you all have a wonderful day. Enjoy the beautiful weather, and I'll see you again soon. Namaste.